You son of a bitch! Oh, you turned it around, now didn't you?
Whoa, turned it around!
You turned it around.
Turn it around every now and then.
I'm wondering why you wake up and then just sit in the bed. We figured we should wake you up so you wouldn't be groggy, like you always say about Dan.
What? Dan is a groggy individual. If I could think of one word to describe Dan, it would be groggy.
For me, I think it would be Dan.
I am working on my music composition. Me and, well, everyone else is too. They're due tomorrow. We've been working on them for quite some time. No, not really. Honestly, we just got started. The program that we have to make this in is Sibelius, which is like the main music composition software. It's like what professionals use in composing music. It is unintuitive as all get out. Like, it doesn't make any stinking sense, and it's very hard to use. So I've been doing things a little differently. Now, I have to be booted into Windows in order to use Sibelius. So I'm booted into Windows on my desktop. So on my lap, I have got my MacBook with GarageBand hooked up to my keyboard. In my opinion, GarageBand is like 10,000 times easier to use than this. So I set up my GarageBand project the same as my composition here. I can play around with the keyboard. I can move stuff around, get it just how I want it in GarageBand, and it actually shows me the score, which I can then transcribe into Sibelius. It will actually show me exactly, what I've played. Now, that obviously is an example of garbage, but when I take my time and sit there and figure out what it is I want it to sound like, it works a lot better. And originally it was very complicated, and I realized that I was in over my head, because not only do we have to create the music, we have to analyze it and do all this other garbage to it. So I'm taking the easier way out and doing something much, much simpler. I just want to finish this stupid project. When you create something like that, I think that's when you know you're at the end of your rope. I finished my music composition. It was called Happy Rabbi, but then
that was kind of controversial.
It was controversial because it was a rabbi, oh no, and my Jewish classmates were like, they might have freaked out, so I put a T on the end and called it Happy Rabbit, which was more appropriate anyway. I would play it for you, but it's pretty god-awful, but it's done, and that's more important. Plus, what I played for you guys is most of it anyway, but that's okay. I'm not incredibly proud of it, but I am incredibly done. I'll stick to playing my guitar and not doing this.
You want us to leave the room?
Leave the room every now and then. I take a nap with my pants off, and now is one of those times.
Come on, go.